Good morning and welcome to our adult story time this morning. I am so glad you could join us today. We're taking our stories from the book I Didn't Know That, and it is a book that is about phrases and sayings and where they came from. This book was written by Karlen Evins. Today's letter is E, and we're looking at phrases and sayings that begin with the letter E. Earmark. Long ago in England, farmers found it helpful to mark the ears of their cattle and pigs to prevent thievery. Matter of fact, earmarking worked so well that the law soon decided that one caught in the act of taking an earmarked animal or altering one to make it his own should be earmarked himself, literally, as punishment for the crime. I guess if it's good enough for a pig. Ear to the ground. It was the early American Indian who was first credited with keeping an ear to the ground. Perhaps you were told, as the first frontiersmen believed, that this was done in order to listen for horses' hooves as cowboys approached. However, Native American Indians will tell you the custom had to do with certain spiritual beliefs. As they felt the land was sacred, most Indians held the view that listening to Mother Earth would protect them. To do this, they placed their ears to the ground in order to hear her heartbeat and to be one with her in nature. Eat crow. As the War of 1812 was coming to a close, story has it that an American soldier crossed British lines while hunting for game. Finding nothing better, the Americans shot a crow. But being overheard by a British officer, the soldier was forced to eat the crow as punishment for being on British soil. As the story goes, halfway through the act, the American turned on the British soldier, making him eat the remaining crow. As a result, eating crow came to mean having to do something that one simply did not want or mean to do. Eavesdropping. Eavesdropping goes back to the old country, when property owners could not build their houses right up to their property lines. Instead, they had to leave space for the eaves and the drippings from the rain and the weather. The eave strip was that space between the houses, roughly 2 feet wide, wherein a nosy neighbor could easily drop by to overhear his neighbor's business. Extremes. By definition, going to extremes means going way out of range or going out of bounds. The original extremes were places in the early Middle Ages. From the Latin word extremus, the extremes were areas of land set just beyond the boundary of town, designated solely for the socially outcast. As this area was situated as far from the center of town as possible, extremes became synonymous with living way out of bounds due to one's behavior being way out of line. And that's the ease for the day. I'm glad you joined us. Until next time, stay safe, be healthy, and have a wonderful week.